So the other night I was all laid up in my bed, cozy and comfortably, when all of a sudden the whole room began to shake. And it shook so violently that it scared me. So I sat up in my bed and I thought, this can only mean one thing. Earthquake! And I was right. So the room is shaking and I began to panic. I'm like, oh my God, any second the whole building is gonna go crashing down. Oh my God, any minute my furniture is just gonna go flying out of the window. Should I get under the bed? Should I hide in the closet? Should I stand between the doors? So I'm panicking, and I'm thinking of all the bad things that are about to happen because of this earthquake that I have no control over, when all of a sudden God spoke to me to calm me down. He said, don't be afraid of all the shaking and the rumbling. It may seem a little chaotic, but that's just me moving the mountain out of your way. See, there's some things that have been blocking you and holding you back, but it hasn't been within your power to remove those things. So as you were resting, I was working. And in that moment, I found peace. So I laid back down and got cozy and comfortable in the middle of the earthquake. The same shaking that woke me up in a violent panic was the same shaking that rocked me right on back to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something that has been bothering you that is about to be removed, okay? So you can kiss it goodbye, all right? Because this is something that you may not have to deal with ever again once it is removed. All right, so I do want to touch on a few points, a few things that I got from this. But before I go into all of that, I just want to kind of address a few things. I know some of you guys have been asking and have been wondering, like, okay, so is there any more tarot happening? Like, what is going on? And so with me, over these last few months, I have been pulled to the side, let's say, for training. I kept getting a reference of, you know how you go to school and then they give you a day off. They give you a day off because the teacher has, like, I think they call it Teacher Scholastic Day or something, where even though these teachers are qualified, even though these teachers have got their certifications, they've been teaching for years, they still have to go learn new things. So over the last few months, I was told, pull back, and there's some deeper spiritual things that are going to be revealed to me. And I didn't know at the time, but I was going to be asked to remove all of my videos, except for the music, of course. And I am starting pretty much over from scratch based on all of the new knowledge, all of the information. Now, those who still do tarot and all of that, I'm with you, you know, in spirit. But as far as me and this next season goes, I've been told that my next season is going to involve more like music and my dreams in real life. And then YouTube will be a teaching place. So I'm continuing on with messages, but these messages are going to be teaching as opposed to reading cards, reading your energy and then trying to tell you maybe, you know, what you should do or give you some type of advice based on that. These are more so, okay, this is what God is doing and this is what needs to be told and spoken at this time, okay? So for those who have been rocking with me through all my ups and downs, my backs, my forth, my this, my that, I appreciate you all so much. Another thing that I was told is this season I could just be more authentic, you know what I mean? For whatever reason, when I was doing tarot, I felt like I was so locked in a box, and it's like, people expect me to just be this good girl or this girl who always comes with this positivity and, you know, and it's just like, you know, sometimes I get mad. Sometimes I want to punch people in the face and I cuss. Somebody in the comment section was like, oh, you finally cussing. Like, girl, like, see, the way my online presence and who I really am, there was a huge disconnect and it was bothering me. Okay, so that's why I'm allowed to do music and do it the way that I want to and say it the way I want to and curse the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? It's like my greatest outlet, because anytime I'm not doing it in music, people get me mistaken for this good girl, this Christian girl, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm ghetto. and I'm spiritual. Mix it together and boom, you got me. You know what I'm saying? So in this next season, I'm going to be just more authentic. God uses me for whatever reason. He chose me. And I don't like being in a box. So we're working on the balance, okay? So again, this year, this next season of my life is just going to be more authentic. And I will be teaching from the stuff that I have learned, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump into that. And again, for those of you who are rocking with me, still rocking with me, I appreciate you all so much. It's a scary thing to operate in obedience. Because imagine you got 1,000 some videos and God said, okay, I need you to, it was 1,035 videos. He said, I need you to delete 1,000. Yeah, that's kind of tough. Right? So, all going through my mind, well, people aren't going to like me. They're going to unsubscribe. My views going down. All of that. And God was like, And so I still have to do it. So what you're saying right now is just me operating out of obedience. I know a lot of people unsubscribed. A lot of people was like, oh no, we ain't having this, and left. And I totally get it and understand. But the thing that makes me keep going is because I know that there are people who need these messages. And God didn't give me these messages to just keep them all to myself. Whoever was blessed last season with all of those different type of messages and all the different methods that I used to bring them, that was your blessing. But in this next season, I feel like God is taking us deeper and we're going to be even more blessed because of it. Okay, so you're going to get to see me start from scratch. You're going to get to see the numbers be low. You're going to get to see people leave and unsubscribe. And I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. And if you're one of those people, you just like, you know what, I can't do it no more. Waterstar, you just too far left from what we started. I'm good. I'm going my separate way. Then I appreciate you so much for rocking with me for as long as you did. And I wish you so much success and love on your journey. If this is where we part ways, let's just make sure we do it in love, okay? So with that being said, let's get to the revelations that I got about you guys having something removed that has been bothering you, okay? Sometimes we be bothered by things that we don't even know we're bothered by. In a video in the past, I told you guys about referred pain, where you have pain in one area. So you go to the doctor, my arm is hurting. And they say, well, your arm is hurting because you actually have a pain in your neck. The neck is where it's actually starting from. And you're like, no, but my arm hurt. So they fix your neck and all of a sudden your arm stops hurting. And so some of you all have referred pain. There is something deep. It could be trauma from the past. It could be childhood stuff. It could be experiences. It could just be life and stuff. You know how life be life and sometimes. And so with that, it's something that maybe you can't even remove on your own, because sometimes you can have something bothering you so bad you can't even put it into words. You don't even know what's bothering you. And this is why some of you guys have been, if you've been in a rest season, if you've been in a season where you've been kind of maybe pulled back, this is why. And it may be revealed to you where that bothersome thing is, okay? You may get a list of instructions. You may get a list of, details that God has given you to help you come up out of that thing, or to help that thing be removed. Whatever it is that is coming for you, that you can kiss it goodbye. It is something that only God can remove, okay? It's that big. And peep this. If God is removing it, because only God can remove it, then I feel like for a lot of you guys, for the very first time in your life, you're going to move and you're going to operate in a way that you never have before. Because when you move something out your way, you may move it partially out your way, or you may have done something within your own power, but you're exhausted, right? But when God moves it out the way, you got energy, you got hope, you got confidence, you got confidence, and you be ready to go. So for a lot of my people out there who feel like maybe you was put in a different space for a little while, God had you somewhere else doing something else for a little while you are resting, or while you are doing your part, God is doing his. And some of you guys should be real excited right now, because where you are going, where God is taking you, where you are about to be, the people you about to be mixing and mingling with, the stages some of y'all about to be on, okay, the hands you getting ready to shake, whatever this is that is bothering you down in your core, it has to go in order for you to be able to enjoy that next season, or for even that next season to be able to come around. So be comforted in your rest. Because just like we were talking about in the example, you panicking. You thinking, oh my God, what are you doing? I trust you, God, but it looks like the whole building is shaking, right? My whole spiritual foundation is crumbling. My whole mental state is crumbling. Lord, what are you doing? And you're being told today, oh, my bad, I'm just working. I'm seeing a vision of a craftsman. He's in the garage, and you hear a bunch of zzz, zzz, boom, 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 boom. You hear all of this noise and all of this ruckus, and you in your bed looking out like, man, he in the garage making all of that noise. And then the next morning you go outside and it's a whole sculpture. It got baby cherubs and they blowing out water. You know what I'm saying? While you were resting, someone else was working, and when you came out, it was beautiful. You understand what I mean? So that's what I did for us here, but it doesn't end here, because we're going over to Patreon, where we're going to be digging in a little bit deeper to what this entire scenario means. Okay, we got to talk about the mountain. We got to talk about you in the bed. We got to talk about all of the different revelations. Just a few things, you know, I like to write my stuff down. So we're going to be breaking that down on Patreon. For those of you, some of you guys said that you can't afford to go over there, which is absolutely understandable. So I need y'all to tell me in the comment section, and I might take a poll. I might do a post where y'all can vote. But what type of videos do you prefer? I've been off the scene for a little while. As far as social media, I was told to take my social media hiatus for a little while. And so coming back to social media, it's just kind of like everything's moving so fast, and shorter form videos seem to be like what people want. So do y'all want shorter form videos, or do y'all want like 15, 20-minute videos? Like, what do you prefer? Let me know down in the comment section, okay? So again, if you're still rocking with me, I appreciate you so much. If you cannot afford Patreon, have no worries, okay? I'm going to be trying to do more here on YouTube. Again, the videos that I've done in the past, out of obedience, I took them all down. So I'm just going to be doing music this year, and I'm going to be teaching this year. You're going to get the best of both sides. You're going to get the holy side. You're going to get the ratchet side. You're just going to get the true, authentic Danielle Waterstar Vibes Bradley, okay? I've been given full permission. Just be yourself. And the other reason too, I forgot to say this earlier. God wants y'all to know you don't have to be perfect. Some of y'all be trying to live up to other people's expectations. Some of y'all be trying to be who other people want you to be, which I'm guilty of. I wanted to be who the Christians wanted me to be. I wanted to be who the terror community wanted me to be. I wanted to be what this group wanted me to be, and that group. And I found myself people pleasing. And I think that was what was, for me, if it was any mountain, it was that. Like, you have to be okay with the fact that everybody is not going to like you, and you cannot please everybody. And so with that being said, that's just, you know, my little spiel. You're going to get the true, authentic me, okay? So that's what I get for you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.